Good morning, it's day 3. So today I was thinking a lot about just the struggle of mental illness and how one positive of the lockdown and the pandemic and all of that is kind of this notion that mental health is a real consideration, and especially in a place like Colorado Springs, for whatever it's worth, there historically hasn't been a huge emphasis on mental health and the prevention or even the addressing of it. So, that's one good thing that's come from this, is that a lot of people have kind of put a name to the way they feel, or have been able to reach out and get help. And I think that's awesome. It took me a really long time to reach out and get help for my own mental illness and mental issues. So, and also it's so good that there's not as much of a stigma attached to it anymore. There's still plenty of a stigma in a lot of places, but at least there's a dialogue about it. So I was thinking about what has helped me kind of cope with mental illness during this time. And one of the big things that's helped me is just putting my shame of it away and realizing that it's not my fault. So much mental health and trauma is attributed back onto the person suffering from it. And, I've heard everything from your depression is your fault. Your depression is because you're not praying enough, or you're in sin, which is crazy to me. That's a crazy thing to say. Addressing mental health issue with craziness just blows me away. And so I'll put that right there on the table, that mental health is not your fault. The only responsibility that you have to those and the ones around you is to get it handled. That's, especially to yourself, that's what your responsibility is with mental health, is to address it and to get help for it. One thing that helped me a lot during the pandemic, especially during lockdown, because I know the pandemic's still happening, but during the initial lockdown, what helped me was doing anything, accomplishing like one task from my to-do list. And it could be as simple as literally getting out of bed, or brushing my teeth, or showering that day and getting dressed, and trying to be practice gratitude for the things that I have and the people that are in my life. That's been huge for me. And I mean, another big thing, if you're suffering from mental illness of any kind, the number one thing you can do is just reach out to somebody who's not going to shame you for it, and to somebody who you trust, and really own it. Just own what you're going through, and then address it, and then do things that you can do very easily to help cope with it, such as accomplishing anything during your day, even if it is as simple as making your bed, or you know, making a good breakfast for yourself, like an egg or something, and you know, just anything you can do to hang on to that that momentum that creates. Whenever you do one thing, it tends to knock down another domino. So, you know, that's why this new walking thing is so important to me, because it really does get me out of the house and makes me just aware that I've accomplished something for that day and for that morning, and it's something I can check off my list and feel accomplished about, and then I can be on to the next thing, and it helps fill my tank up so I can be better for my kids and better for Melissa and better for my students and better for any clients that I might interact with. So yeah, that's my thought for today, is mental health. And you know, there's not something wrong that can't be fixed with people who know what they're talking about and addressing it. I'll see you tomorrow.